Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Sip and this is going to be part 8 of my Barbarian invasion campaign. We're playing as the Goths, and in the last episode I did start my conversion of the Iberian Peninsula to Christianity. I started here in Salamantica and I surprisingly was able to actually just kind of have a go at it without having too many issues. And I'm working on my second Christian building, the Christian chapel. It's one turn away from being finished here. And yeah, I'm getting 10% conversion to Christianity over the paganism, that is. So yeah, net gain of 10% per turn, which is going to be nice. And yeah, we will be getting there eventually. And this Christian chapel is going to be helping. And yeah, the paganism is going to be reduced as well. So that's all going to be helping us. And then after that, we will be turning our attention towards Christianizing somewhere else, probably Terrico. I feel like this is going to be a bit easier to turn. In fact, you know, I never did get an answer to the question of why don't I have any culture penalty here? I really thought that I was going to have culture penalty here once I made Salamantica my capital. And I didn't get any answers in the comment section, so maybe y'all are just as stumped as I am on this one. Yeah, I'm very confused. So I might have to actually do some digging myself. Do it the old-fashioned way and find some answers, because I don't understand that. I kind of thought that initially the culture penalty, the fact that I didn't have it was just because this was my capital, and that's not the case. So yeah, those places have culture penalty. Then my new... This is my capital, right? Yeah. So my capital still does have the culture penalty, but the place that was my old capital doesn't. But these are all like Roman places. Yeah, very confused. Very confused. But we did finally branch out and take a non-Iberian settlement. We do own Massilia, and I have another stack on the way. They're on the boat here, and they will be arriving next turn. Therefore, they can then stand guard here in Massilia. Now, I am in the red in regards to my income, so I can't train anything or build anything. So it's a little bit dodgy. Now, my 2 stacks, I would imagine that they can, you know, take territory. 2 stacks they're pretty powerful stacks. So that I can imagine I'll be able to take Mediolanum off of the Franks. And initially I was thinking, okay, well, Mediolanum's landlocked, so we're not going to be making a good port income off of them. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, no, things have changed here in the Barbarian invasion map. Mediolanum has a port. Yeah, that belongs to this. So that's pretty dope. And that indicates that maybe by taking that settlement, I will be able to start making enough money to not be in the red anymore. Yeah, that's going to be the hope, because once I have a stack guarding Massilia and a stack guarding Mediolanum, then what? You know, I kind of need to leave some troops behind in those settlements to keep my allies, my neighbors, the Roxolani, honest, and also to hold Mediolanum while I tackle Rome, or the Romans in Italy. So yeah, it would get a little bit dodgy. Like if I just left a couple, spearmen and archers in both of these settlements, yeah, it's a little bit dodgy. So I would have to be keeping an army kind of close by, ready to kind of come back immediately to help out if anything were to happen. But now that I know that there's a port here, maybe I can get out of this hole that I'm in. I'm only minus 1,000 right now, but yeah, maybe we can get out of it and actually have a little bit of a garrison in each of these provinces before I go south and start sacking, Ravenna and Rome and then whatever. I have my diplomat down here trying to find out. I know there's another province down here, because I was looking at these and I was like, okay, wait a minute. So this is part of the Sardinia province. So Carolus is probably a thing, right? And then this, I have vision on this, right? Southern Italy, Sicily, its own thing. Or is it part of Southern Italy? I don't know, but in any case, yeah, definitely this has its own settlement somewhere down here. So there's going to be at least, if I've taken Mediolanum, yeah, at least 3 settlements here on the boot itself before looking at Sicily and Carolus. So, yeah, there's going to be money to be made, but yeah, it's going to be kind of an issue of, all right, can I afford to leave people behind? If not, if I take Mediolanum and I'm still kind of, you know, in the dregs economically, then it's going to be looking like I need to bring something from Terrico, you know, some spearmen, some archers, something like that, and leaving it in Massilia and then moving on from there. And hoping that the Roxolani just kind of behave themselves. I am paying them tribute of 200, I think, per turn, I think. It does tell me right here. Somewhere, yeah. I'm paying them 200 per turn. Just to keep them on my side. And hopefully, maybe that works. Hopefully that works. So, in any case, there's really not much for me to do, considering that I don't have any money. I can check taxes. And that's about it, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I've already moved him, my diplomat, and then up here we are talking to the Lombards. Are we allies? We are allies, yeah. I'm just going to hang out with them for a bit, just because... Yeah, and you're here. Yeah, I just want to be able to talk to my allies whenever I need to, so they're going to be hanging out there. Let's drop a save. Let's move on. And... yeah, that's right. There's this tiny-ass little Punic army. Ooh, and a couple of Frankish assassins. Okay, you guys can move a bit faster, right? And a goddamn Roxolani spy coming back here. Ay. Yeah, that's why I left all those agents there in Terrico. I was like, do I need to disband these guys and so I can save some money? And if they're not going to do their frickin' jobs and catch that guy, then yeah. God damn, guys. Seriously. So, causing another 35% unrest from that freaking spy, man. How many... so, the assassins probably don't have... I don't think it's like the assassins in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1, where they have the ability to be a counter-spy. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I think that it's just these spies that can be counter-spies and catch enemy spies, as it were. So, man, you would think that with, what, 3 spies? So that's not enough spies? Really? Cool. Sweet. Alright, let's get these archers into there. And hopefully we can get that spy. Yeah, it's frustrating because... you know, they show me him going inside of the settlement, and, you know, I'm thinking like, cool, sweet, can I get him? And then, no one gets him. In fact, you know what, I see these freaking Frankish assassins over here, 2 of them, in fact. And I would kind of like to train one of my assassins, so I have a 4 eyeball assassin, and then a 2 eyeball assassin. Let's get the 2 eyeball assassin out here. Because he could train himself up on these guys. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright. So, yeah, 2,000 in the hole. And Iolfus married Brunhilde. Or Brunhild. And you are here. Got it. Sweet. Perfect. Congratulations. And the Christian chapel has been finished. Wonderful. Nice. So, what are we looking at now? A 15% net gain? Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, so unfortunately we can't build the 3rd tier, the Christian church. But hopefully... yeah, so the Huns just walked right through my territory. That's fun. And now, yeah, I kind of want to keep my spy in the neighborhood, so that I can keep an eye on these assassins. I do want to spy... I do want to go ahead and, you know, spy Mediolanum, but... yeah, first things first, I suppose. Okay, let's get the army on shore. And yeah, they can get into the city right away. Perfect. So, let's just go. Let's bring them up. Let's bring you here. And you better not assassinate my guy. You better not. He is the faction heir, so that does give him +2 against assassins. Okay, alright, I'll take it. This is probably a good time for that. And that's the only thing that helps him against that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do want to go ahead and spy on stuff. Mainly because I want to know what I'm going to do with this when I take it. I'm assuming I'm just going to exterminate it, I suppose. I think I did sack it before, didn't I? Right? I sacked Ravenna and Mediolanum, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't go down to Rome. Okay. And Roxolani, alright, coming down to say hello, eh? Coming down to say hello.
Yes,
Let's just kind of meet them at the border.
Yes. General.
Can I get away with this or no?
Forward.
It's a little bit dodgy. 60% is a little bit dodgy.
Yes.
Let's see here. Let's go
Chief.
Lancers. Not good enough, eh? 65%, that's good enough, right? I think that just avoids rioting. So yeah, let's just go and show them we're still here, you know, paying attention.
Unable to move.
I don't know if that does anything, but yeah, it might do something. Might just keep them honest. And even though I'm still kind of like role playing this so that, you know, we're friends with the Roxolani. I know we're all thinking the same thing. Like if they start a war with me, then that does probably make my campaign easier because then their land becomes my land, you know? These two armies, all of a sudden, they don't have to do this awkward ass like split empire type shit. You know, we can immediately just combine to the empire, right? So I get it. I know, but yeah, we'll see what we can do for now. Tarentum, that's what it is. Yeah, all right. A huge city with 1 unit inside. God damn. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like coming down to Italy is going to be very good for me. Oh, hey, and we have some brigands in our land here, right outside of Carthagonova, just parked right on our roads. Now, there are still little caravan wagons going on the roads, so I'm wondering, they're blocking trade, right? Is that what that means? Could be making 1100, but it's making 930. Is that what that means? Devastation 61. Is that caused by them, or is there devastation somewhere else? Because I didn't think that devastation occurred after just one turn. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that. That might be somewhere else. Yeah, it's tricky. The brigands in the Barbarian invasion seem like they're rather formidable. Like 3 mercenary veterani, like god damn, you know? Those are some chunky infantry units. So it's tough because typically, so like my general, you know, strategy for dealing with brigands these days is I would just pour out a bunch of peasants. I have them, you know, a couple Gothic warriors, why not? And pour on into this army and just auto-resolve it. And if they lose, they go back to Carthagonova, retrain them, rinse, wash, repeat. You get the idea, but I can't afford to retrain them, so I think that I have to wait until I have money first before I do that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit haggard, but I just don't think, because like what happens if I just, you know, lose probably hundreds of men, right? Hundreds of peasants. And then all of a sudden, boom, I can't even I'm on low taxes, right? I can't even keep my public order high, like if I lose that much men, so yeah, probably better if I just kind of leave that. Although, do brigands themselves cause public order issues? Is there anything in here that happens because of brigands? I guess I can check to see if the unrest pops up. Again, I don't know if that's just from spies, or if that is from like other stuff like brigands or something like that. So this can be a chance for me to take a peek at it and see if I can figure that one out. But for now, I think we can just drop a save. And yeah, the thing about not having money is turns go by a bit faster. So, assassins, what do you want? What are you doing? You did not just kill... You did not just kill my main dude. Riety and Terrico. There's widespread fighting in this place. Looks like they have a yellow face. Looks like they're not doing too bad. Fortunately, nobody was harmed in the disaster. Okay, not much of a disaster, honestly, guys. It's 100% public order. That's so weird. And unrest is down to 0, but I don't see... Really, Roxolani? No shit. You guys are actually... You're actually doing the thing, eh? You're actually crossing the border? Is that's what we're doing? Man, alright. Well, I just like... That is crazy. You would think that they... Like, why... Yeah, it's a funny thing. Diplomacy is a funny thing. Like, I paid them thousands of denarii, and you would think that that would have gotten me into their good graces, right? And then like a tribute, and it's a, you know, it's not a lot of money, but it's for a long time. I think it was like 20 turns maybe. And yeah, you would think that that'd be enough, but no, they would rather do this than attack the Romans. You know, it's just weird. Alrighty then. So yeah, minus 4,000 in the hole. And the Council of Ephesus, so a church council convened in Ephesus, has denounced the teachings of the Christian scholar Nestorius as heretical and against the true beliefs of the church. Nestorius had argued a little too loudly that Christ had completely separate human and divine aspects to his nature. There's that whole dualism thing. And, oh shit, didn't really mean to do that, but the Horde has arrived. That's what it was just telling me, which I already knew. I see them. They're right there. And it's really not much. It's just the faction leader. It's just a homeless guy at this point. It's not a horde.
Who shall die this day?
Yeah, who shall die indeed? Do I kill the family member, Skunska, or do I kill an assassin? Probably an assassin.
His death is near.
Yeah, let's do that. And get this guy's skill points up a bit. So yeah, he should be +3 now.
Who shall die this day?
Sure. And then, what are your chances of killing him? 32. 32 is a little bit better. Yeah.
General.
Yeah, I don't... So, that's 6 units of spearmen plus horse archers against all of that. Yeah, okay. A lot of cavalry. Sarmatian Noble Cav. Alright, they seem like they're decent. Alan Noble Cav. Anything with the word noble in it seems like it's heavy cav, right? So, Sarmatian Armored Archers. I think that I need to go back to my fortification. It's an idea of like bringing out my other troops here and
General.
really blocking the way, but then again, I don't think I could even afford to do that because they have to stay in Terrico just to maintain that public order. Yeah, okay, well, okay, yeah. Alright.
Move out.
Yeah, let's do that. We can go ahead and bump up the taxes just a little bit. And yeah, the Roxolani, they looks like they want to tangle with us. So
Lord.
I want my spy to keep hanging out here so that we can kill that other assassin and maybe even this diplomat as well, perhaps.
Yes.
And then let's get you. Let's go a bit slower.
March.
All right, we're looking fine.
Move.
And oh, there's a full stack. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's looking. I wish I had a spy so I can see all of that stuff. Kind of want to go back to the bridge. Yeah. Because, yeah, they have that full stack, plus a decent handful of troops in the garrison as well. I'm not seeing a general. That would be visible, right? It wouldn't be... I don't think they hide the generals. So I guess that means they don't have one there. Alright, alright. You know, it's interesting because in the last episode, the Franks did seek a ceasefire with me. And that led me to believe that we wouldn't be seeing this right here, you know? And, yeah, they tricked me. Yeah, it was a little tricky fuckers. They were, like, playing dead, and I was pretty confident. No, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, that's going to be a decent fight. Yeah, interesting. Now, I'm looking at these units, and my guess is that the Franks have better melee infantry than I do. Well, my spears and swords are both decent. You know, I would say they're in the realm of solid. Gothic spears, these are tier 4, I believe, and then our swords are tier 3s, I think. Or is it the other way around? Let me check this. So Gothic spearmen are available at a tier 2. Okay. And then, yeah, the swordsmen are available at a tier 4. Okay. So if I look at these, do I have any vision on any of these guys? No, I can't see any of their stats. No, I can see your stats. The noble warriors, so 15 and 25. Combat bonus in snow, wedge, good morale, good stamina. Alright, 15 and 25. And then let's compare that to, I guess my heavy cav are going to be my warlord dudes. And so they're going to have better stats, but they're going to have smaller units. So 17 and 27. So 2 better attack, 2 better defense, but yeah, smaller units. Excellent morale, so they're going to have better morale than the unit that I was just looking at, but yeah, good stamina. Yeah. So I'd probably give the edge to the bigger unit in that case. Yeah, the 54-man unit probably has the edge in that scenario. And do the Franks even have a heavier cav unit than this? Don't they? I think they do. Don't they have like a Christian tanky, kind of like a pre, you know, Carolingian type of cav unit, or am I getting my faction rosters mixed up? Anyway, in general, just kind of a general look at this, and I have looked at the Frankish unit roster before, and if I were to compare the Goths and the Franks, I would say that the Franks probably just like out melee me in general with their cav, their heavy cav, and their heavy infantry. And then the question is, how are their archers? Because we do have long range archers, so there is that. That's something that's available. It seems like all of the Nomad factions have long range archers, so I don't know if the Franks do have them as well. But I don't think that the settled barbarian factions, like the Franks and the Lombards and the Burgundy and the Alemanni, I know those 3 factions all have the same unit roster, but also the Saxons. I don't think that these settled, and I know that the Franks can't hoard, but, you know, settled in general. And I don't think that they have horse archers, though. So I feel like horse archers is going to be our primary advantage over these real heavy metal type settled barbarian factions. I could be wrong, but that's going to be my guess, which, you know, if that's the case, then defending a river isn't really necessarily going to be my best and favorite way of defending against them. Unless, of course, they don't have any archers at all. Like, if they don't have archers and if they don't have long-range archers, we actually could do some damage in that regard. Something else to consider is maybe bringing over a general to Terrico just to kind of help lead the defense. It's something yeah, I've thought about it. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm good actually. It might be overconfident on my part, but I don't feel too threatened by this army, especially if I'm just sallying out for my defenses. I feel like it should be okay. And then a couple other things to consider is if this war is going to happen, then really what I would like to do is to not have to fight on two fronts. I would rather focus on just the Roxolani. I think they just have the two settlements, so it wouldn't be the longest war. And they just have a wooden wall here and a wooden wall there. Like, it looks like it's just that? Is that their only field force that they have? I thought they had more, which they might. I don't have great vision over here. Yeah, I do really want to bring a spy out.
Yes, master.
Let's just do it. Let's just see what there is. Yeah, there's a guy there. Another spy. Yeah, some more dudes. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's all of it though. They could still have something else creeping around.
Awaiting your command.
Yeah, so you're at a movement point, so you're going to be here for at least a turn, I guess. We'll see if the Franks attack or not. And if they don't, I'm half tempted, if they don't attack and then the Roxolani do attack, I'm tempted to kind of switch my focus. You come back, you hold Massilia, and then this army comes out and starts stomping some faces, and that's kind of the thinking right now. Yeah, it looks like I can boost some taxes by a little bit just to help out. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I see these brigands too. Oh, there's just two peasants. No shit. Yeah, nice, easy. Force I could deal with. Well, yeah, we're gonna hang out in Terrico for now. Yeah, we're not gonna move out and fight those brigands. We'll just let them hang out for a minute. Alright, let's move on. So yes, it looks like the Franks have attacked. Okay, they always move us away from the battles. Yes, so they have attacked, but the garrison's not going to be reinforcing. It's not in range. They do outnumber me by a little bit, but not much. I have a 3-star general, Tolga, as well. And what do they have here? So Francisca Hirbon looks like some pretty tanky dudes. A lot of experience and some weapon upgrades as well. Axes. What's not to like? So yeah, Sword Hirbon, another... Let me actually look at the stats. 14 and 23. 14 and 23, and I can't look at this. Yeah, I'm always annoyed that I can't look at the stats of my own guys during this screen here. But I feel like my Gothic swords, were they like 12 and 22 or something like that? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to assume that they're a little bit better than my guys. Actually, with the experience upgrades, looks like the experience is the same, but then I have more shield upgrades. Well, they just have weapon upgrades. But when everything is close enough and it's on this difficulty level, very hard difficulty level, I just assume that they're going to win those engagements. And then they do have ballista. Okay, that's going to be tough for a river crossing. They can just kind of blast me off of my defensive position. A lot of axes. That's kind of scary, to be honest. Axe, and then what are these guys? Axe Hirbons. These are the Francisca Hirbon. What are the difference? 10 and 20. And this is so make a shield wall effective against armor. These are 12 and 22. Oh, these guys have the throwing weapons, don't they? Yeah, they do. Right. Missile attack of 8. And then there's no... So this one does not have the bonus for armor. So this is like kind of more of a melee armor piercing unit. And this one has a better attack, but doesn't have that bonus versus armor. And it has that throwing weapon. Okay. Okay, and shield wall. Does this have shield wall? Okay, so this does not have shield wall. Interesting. And these guys do. So the sword Hirbon do have shield wall. And the levy spears, so it's gonna be their crap unit. And then hunters, so are they long range? No, they're not. Okay, so I do outrange them with my archers. That's nice. And they just have the 1 unit of archers. And they just have the 2 units of cav. Yeah, okay. Well, so dealing with their infantry push is going to be the main thing, but it's a lot. That's a lot of heavy infantry, for sure. That's a pretty even strength ratio. Yeah, we'll see if I can get it done.
That smell is the enemy. That's what fear does to weaklings. Shall we show them what swords can do to their skulls? Scream your battle cries, call to the gods, ask for their strength, and put true fear in the souls of your enemies.
I am going to be forming up here right on the bridge itself, or just right next to the bridge, with my Schiltrum formed spears in the front, with my swords in the back, my heavy cav, my warlords backed up by my general here, and then my horse archers, my Allen horse archers here shooting on into their non-shielded side, which actually has the shield value, and then my archers shooting into the shielded side, which does not have the shield value, and my lancers here as well that can charge into the sides. So let's just kind of see how it goes.
Barbarian warlord.
So yeah, you guys are on fire at will. Yes, you are. And where is that ballista? So ballista's back there. And then where is their unit of hunters? Hunters. Hunters are their archer unit. And here they are. Okay. Alright, so do I want to... move my guys forward at all? I want to do... Oh yeah, I forgot to check for crossing points. Yeah, I forgot that I forgot a few things. And one is that in the Barbarian invasion, units can actually swim across rivers. So yeah, that's fun. I don't know. I would have to imagine that their units are too heavily armored to do so. Like, the only units that can swim are going to be like their light units, right? Like, not their, heavy axe dudes. There's no way. Maybe the lever spears? But not like their, axe Herebond or their Francisca axe dudes. They're not going to swim, right? Right? Please tell me I'm right. And Noble Warriors on this side. Yeah, I forgot to check as well. Like, do we even have other crossing points? I was not prepared. I just saw that bridge and lined up on it. That's what I did. Yeah, looks like we're in the clear, so I may have gotten lucky here. And are we shooting yet with anything?
Units.
Doesn't look like it. Are stuff in range? No, not quite in range. Okay. Another thing that I'm not aware of, and something that I should take a look at when I have the time, is to see which of these units, in both rosters, mine and theirs, which units do and don't have. Let's try shooting into the Francisca Herebond, because it's these are going to be the units that need to be really focused down. So let's kind of shoot into them here as well. But yeah, which units do and don't have the... Oh man, my ballista, their ballista is really shooting into my blobs here. Yeesh. Are you guys in range of that ballista? No, we're not. We just have to take it to the face. But as I keep trying to say, I need to look at which units do and don't have the disciplined trait. Because yeah, it's not displayed anywhere in game. You have to just go into the game files and look at it, which is pretty haggard because it's very important. Oh yeah, and they're throwing their axes at me too. Fuck. Okay, yeah, that's ouch. Owie. And yeah, archers do not waste units the way they do. Oh, I say that. Right as I say that. Okay, yeah, looks like that unit's routing. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm tempted. Let's just get a charge here with those guys. And you go there, and then you charge in here. You guys shoot here. Let's have one of you go on fire arrows just to kind of cause that morale penalty. And then, yeah, you switch your fire as well. Shoot into some units there. And then you get your charge bonus off, and that's all I wanted. So you guys get back, please. And then you come over here and get ready for another cycle charge. You come up here and help out. And then, yeah, you start getting some cycle charges in as well. Yeah, so you go ahead and let's just start hitting them from both sides. And see if we can start to figure out these buggers. And yeah, we're getting some flaming arrows in as well. Looks like we're getting some chain routes. That feels good. Let's get lancers up here. And that's probably good. I was going to say it's probably good for chain route. Yeah, there we go. Let's just go then. I was going to keep cycling my cav out, like in and out, but at this point, like, I think it's go time. Let's just wipe these guys. Yeah, they're not quite routing back there, so let's like switch my archer fire to these units back here, and then back here. And what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? So let's go there, and then here, and then yeah, let's just get ready to go. This is my general, I believe, and then that's my spears. Okay. Okay, so that's one of my generals, but they're all routing towards me. Oh, that's convenient. Hey, that's really helpful. Alright, so let's go. Let's see, can we run those guys down, or should I just have you guys shoot at them? Yeah, you shoot at them. And so, yeah, is anything still fighting? Is this... Looks like the noble warriors might still be fighting. And looks like maybe the levy spears, the bravest levy spears in the world, are still fighting as well. And that frickin' ballista, yeah. I wonder if they're doing any friendly fire though. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go off of the fire arrows. And can we not kill these Francisca Fierbond, or do I need to pull some cav? I'm just... Oh yeah, we have our horse archers back here. Do I have 4 units of those? Oh, I do. Okay, I completely blanked on that. There we go.
Killed the enemy general. Now
all right, the enemy has fallen, and
attack!
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So, how much have we killed? 95%, 94%. Sweet. Cool. So that's gonna be a wipe on this stack, and that's gonna leave. That's gonna leave Mediolanum pretty open. Let me make sure my guys are not shooting anymore. Yeah, you guys stop shooting and halt, and then you guys as well stop shooting and halt, and then just let my guys feast. And then you guys get back here and wipe out these ballistas, please, and thank you. Okay, my Allen horse archers decided to swim across the river instead of using their bridge, and I've seen that that's something that can happen. I've seen that in other playthroughs. However, I've also seen that units can, like, if they get too tired, they just drown. So hopefully they don't drown. This is like a really expensive unit of horse archers. Like, that would really suck. Oh, it shows down here. Oh, it shows that they're swimming. It doesn't say anything else about whether or not they're gonna die or not. So looks like we made it. Okay, Jesus, it makes me a little bit nervous. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that going forward and making sure that units, like when I want them to chase, that they, you know, don't swim.
This is a great victory.
That's gonna do it. So we lost 144 men, so that's actually not bad. And then yeah, how do we do here? So warlords got some decent kills here: 13, 12, and 14. Gothic spears 2, and then 45. And then horse archers, Ellen horse archers. Oh wait, these are the casualties sustained. Inflicted 3, 158, 183, and 182. Okay, a lot more. And then Gothic spears 29. And then Allen horse archers 70, 54, 65. Goth Lancers 70, 84, 189, and then Raiders 58, 61, Spearmen 4, Raiders 49, and then Warriors at 77 on that one unit. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Experience gained for 2 of those Warlord units. And so those units, those Warlord units are going to be replenishing as well, right? Yeah, that's something that I didn't really consider when I was training them. I was just kind of training them because I needed the heavy cav. But now I'm thinking like, okay, wait a minute. That's a unit that I can take on campaign and it's just going to replenish over time without having to, you know, bring it back home or anywhere to retrain. That's actually kind of dope, you know? The Roxolani did not attack me, or they didn't move at all from where they were before, so that's interesting. But I would say, so like, since the Roxolani are going to play coy here, I would say let's just go for it, because we have to take something, right? We need money. So the large stone wall has been a bit damaged. Let's do not a ramp. Let's just do some 3 siege towers, maintain that siege, and then we can attack it next turn. What do they have here? Francisca Hereban, 3 units of those, noble warriors, a general, 2-star general, Levy Spears, and a hunter. Yeah, that's not nothing. You know, that's not nothing. What did I lose? Goth Lancers. Okay. Yeah, lost some Lancers. That's probably the unit that I need the least amount for a city assault, is some light cav. So, can I grind through this army? 3 units of Francisca Hereban. I have to fight them on the walls. Can I do that? I don't know. I don't know if my swords can beat that. So I'd have to try to get around them and attack a section of the walls that aren't being defended. And then, yeah, fight these guys on the streets, which is probably more viable with my spears holding the line and then, you know, flanking and shooting with my cav and archers and such. Yeah, that's probably viable. And, yeah, we can't wait 9 turns. That's absurd. Oh, and how about this? We have Plague in Cordoba. Well. Citizens killed 2,000 and 60 soldiers killed as well. You know what the funny thing about Plague is that yeah, it kind of reduces public order issues, right? You know? Yeah, it's kind of funny how you shouldn't want it, but by the time it starts to happen, you just kind of go, well, they were kind of an issue anyway, you know? Alright, Pescala has died. That's probably one of the wives, would be my guess. And then... interesting. So the Roxolani and the Western Roman Empire have declared war. Wait. I'm trying to remember. I did give the Roxolani military access, didn't I? Yeah. Yes, I did. I did that in the hopes that I one day would have military access for them. For their territory. So they could just be saying hi. You know? To them, this might not be a, you know, an overstepping. They're just, if anything, they might want to fight some brigands for me. Well, I have lost sight of that Frankish assassin, so let's try to kill this one influence diplomat that's right here. 64%, not super high, but hey, we got him. Alrighty then, nice. And another trait increase, I'll take it. Hell yeah, dude. And he is now 4 eyeball assassin, love it. And maybe we can get another one influence diplomat over here as well. Yeah, just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. And I kind of do want to get my spy back into Massilia, but this gosh darn army's blocking the bridge. That's one thing that I wish that didn't happen. I wish that you couldn't, I don't know, I guess if an army was there, they wouldn't just let a spy walk by. So I guess that makes sense, you know? Yeah, wow. So I brought my diplomat up here to Avaricum, and check this out. The Roxolani are attacking the Romans. Yes. Yes. Nice. All right. That's what I wanted to see, because then they're not, they're not clamped in here. Not stuck. They can then move out here and potentially, who knows? I don't know. Maybe attack the Franks. So just a suggestion. Yeah, okay. I like that. Now let's say I'm so nervous about this. I'm nervous, but yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll be cool. Maybe diplomacy is working. I just have to keep telling myself that. Maybe diplomacy is working. I am now ready to end this turn, so let's go ahead and drop a save, and let's go ahead and see. Let's see here. So what do you want, Western Romans? Want a ceasefire? Or you just want to try to bribe me? And a Frankish diplomat as well? Okay, well, alright. Alright, interesting. And yeah, 12,000 in the hole, almost 13,000 in the hole. Doesn't feel good. And yeah, Cordoba, plague, sure. Legal code revised. So the entire edifice of Roman law has been put on a sensible footing, as all the laws, statutes, and decrees from 1,000 years have been organized, codified, and ordered. Laws have been ordered, so older laws that were superseded are listed in date order, allowing a more sensible interpretation of the law in both halves of the empire, and making all parts of the Roman world feel part of a greater whole. Interesting. So this was in 431. Yeah, it's interesting that that's like still happening, considering that the Western Roman Empire fell in 476. You kind of think of this time period as like really, I mean, what did they have in 431? Like just bits of, didn't they just have like, did they even have Iberia at that point in 431? I thought they maybe had a few settlements on the east coast. Maybe some islands. Did the Vandals have Sicily by then? It's parts of southern France and Gaul, northern Italy. It was not a lot, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember because I did listen to their History of Rome podcast, a while back. And yeah, it's interesting. You kind of listen to that and you hear about those last ditch attempts to sort of, regain the empire, the lost empire. And man, there's these moments, where it's like, didn't they launch a fleet to attack the Vandals? And I can't remember was that a sea battle? Did the Vandals launch an actual navy to counter that invasion? And then they beat back the Roman navy. And that's one of the last ditch attempts, I feel like. Yeah, there were moments where it kind of felt like these people were trying, they were trying to make it work, and that legal code revised message kind of indicates that as well. That yeah, they were giving it a go. At least some of them were. And yeah, speaking of giving it a go, we're going to be attacking. Yeah, we can't get around the Hunnic army, can we?
Who shall die this day?
So you have one influence. Let's see if I can kill you.
Closing for the kill.
80% chance. And he's dead. Oh wait, my guy went into the settlement. God, that scared me. I was like, where did my guy just die? All right, so yeah, we got him, and he's now a five star. Hell yeah, dude. Can go after him next.
Yes, master.
And I'll, I probably should have a spy over here.
On my way.
Keeping an eye on things.
On my way.
Get some vision to see if any Franks to come in. Looks like not. So that's looking like it's clear. And yeah, they still have not moved. Well, without further ado, let's just jump in here with my army and attack Mediolanum, because yeah, we need something. We need some juice. We need some moolah. So let's attack this. Hold on a second. So what do they have? Let's see, 10,000 people. So Do I need to exterminate that? It's a huge city, so 10,000 for it being a huge city is not that much. And I see the numbers on these units as well. So the fact that one of those units of Francisca Hirban is only 4 men is helpful to know as well. That's nice. Yeah, 10,000. So it's 24,000 is what's required to get up to a huge city. So the fact that it's at 10,000 would indicate to me that it's not that much of an issue. Let's compare it. Like, let's look at my other. So you're a huge city, correct? Yes, you are. 17,000, and my people are doing okay, right? 17.9 up here in Cordoba. I've had some issues, but it's been like okay-ish, I guess. And then 4,500 here in Salamanca, and it is a huge city, correct? I always forget how I can tell. Okay, large city. There it is, right there. Okay, so I guess I don't need to exterminate. What about enslave? Is that something that I'm going to want to do? Because Massilia is a huge city, but it only has 3,800. So enslaving the population of Mediolanum to bring it over to Massilia probably might be okay. So in that case, I want to make sure I get my governors out of here.
General,
So yeah, you pop out,
forward,
and yeah, they're going to be okay without him.
forward, joining forces.
And then we just keep the governors here in Massilia and enslave Mediolanum. They'll take some of the population, so if we do have any issues, it'll just kind of reduce that. And it'll give a bit more of a, a tax boost to Massilia as well. Yeah, that's probably what I want to do.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and attack and assault. There we go. And yeah, it's not much, right? 2-star general, pet lion. So not worried about that. Gatebreaker, so that's not going to have any effect here. Yeah, just a 2-star general. That's the only thing about him worthy of any note. So let's go in and get the job done. For this assault, I'm going to be bringing these towers to this section of the wall that's going to be undefended by enemy towers. So we will see if they want to bring their Francisca Hirban to this section. If they do, I do also have a tower. Let's see, it's going to be this tower, and there's another section of wall that's undefended by enemy towers. And then also, because it is damaged, in this case it is damaged enough so that there is an actual breach that we could go through. Maybe. We will think about it, but again, I mean, those are 2 functional towers right there, so I'm going to be avoiding those if I can, but that's just kind of an emergency option if I decide to use that. But hopefully, I would rather just kind of take this and kind of go in through the front door because it just kind of leads relatively straight on through to the city plaza. So let's just kind of start the battle, and let's see, where are they? It looks like they got some units over to that side. And I'm not seeing any units over on this side. Let me hop on over here. And yeah, they're guarding the breach, aren't they? Yeah, smart. I mean, they're barely guarding the breach. But yeah, that does make sense. And then it's got some cav right there and hunters on this side. Interesting. Interesting that they're here, because I'm not really guarding it. I guess they do have a Francisca Hirban on that side of the wall, and here they might come up. Yeah. It's a little bit tricky, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for it on this side. I mean, if anything, I can maybe kill those hunters in melee combat with my swords. And just by capturing these towers and allowing them to shoot at the enemy heavy cav can be a good win as well. My swordsmen are now on the walls and they are starting to capture these towers, but I really am thinking that I don't want to fight these Francisci Hirban 1v1, you know? And I can't really surround them unless I get this unit of swords all the way over here, which might be what I do. They were having trouble climbing the tower. It looks like they're still having issues with that. So I've been having to babysit them a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to figure it out. I'll keep trying though. And if anything, what we can always do is just open this tower over here. Or just open this gate, actually. Because yeah, you guys can just keep running along and capture this gatehouse. And it's not too much of a detour to the plaza. But that would just allow us to not have to fight those Kirban on the wall. I just wanted to take a moment here to check out the bling on this temple here, this large temple of Mithras. It just looks fantastic. I mean, man, parts of this game just look really good. Yeah, I really like the city models for sure. They're fun to look at, and it does a pretty good job of bringing, you know, this era to life, and in this regard at least. Yeah. Yeah, the Imperial Palace is freaking cool for sure. The I like the triumphal columns. That's just kind of a neat touch as well. You know? Like, it's not even a thing that you build or anything. It's just there. It's just there because the developers knew that that was a part of, you know, Roman history and all that. And, whoa, what do we have here? Just like a little garden? Again, it's just like, this isn't something to build. Let's put this in here because it looks dope, you know? It's really, really like that. This unit has finally figured out how to get up this tower. There's a few guys that are kind of struggling to figure it out here, but I don't think I can wait for them just because I do want, if I can, I would like to at least get rid of this one unit of archers before those archers, like, you know, leave the walls or something like that, because at this point, I've taken this gate. Are we shooting at these things? Are the Francisca Hirban getting shot at by towers and such? That would be cool if they were. And yeah, let's just bring my guys over. We'll be breaching the settlement walls soon. And yeah, if I could get rid of that unit of archers before that happens, that would be nice. So yeah, these poor three guys are just gonna have a really confusing time here. Just a really bad day, you know. We've all been there. These Francisca Hirban are now getting shot up by the towers of the gatehouse that I have captured. So yeah, they're having a bad day here. They're losing some guys. And now that they're going to be running away from the towers, oh, even better for me. Perfect. That's what I need to see. A solid unit of heavy infantry just getting shot in the back by archer towers. Lovely. Speaking of archers, let's get these guys over here. And yeah, the noble warriors can start taking fire from towers as well. I wanted to gather up my archers all together in a solid group because they were all strung out, and I was worried that if they're all strung out they might actually lose to archers. So now they're shooting us. How do they have a shot on us? What? What? Well, we should be good now. That's a solid group of guys, so let's just jump in here and attack these hunters. And are these guys taking any shots from the towers? Maybe? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, take these guys out. They're shooting point blank, but as more of our guys start to pour on in, we should be able to cut down these archers. I'm just so paranoid. I've seen units lose combats on the walls that they should definitely have won, and I don't know, I'm just like, oh my god, are they gonna die? Are they gonna die to archers? Yeah, it says it's evenly matched right now, but my guys are still rushing on in. So, let's see, we have 66 guys and they have 48, so yeah, we should be cutting them down pretty easily now. And this is exactly what I want to see. Pretty much an entire unit of heavy axemen wiped out by towers before I even do set foot inside of the settlement. So, and look at this, my spears are walking up just as we speak. So let's go ahead and just enter the settlement. We have about half of the battle time remaining, so we need to start getting a move on here. And yeah, they move on in. Levy spears in the city center. Looks like some paladin bodyguard right there. So that's not a general's unit. Yeah, oh man, look at those guys. They look pretty fancy. Or is that is the general, right? Paladin bodyguard? That's a bodyguard unit, right? Or is it, that is this guy. Noble warriors, heavy cav. No, they're just the heavy cav. The other unit's just like a, yeah, they're the paladin bodyguard is the general's unit. Got it. Yeah. And they haven't lost too many guys to the towers, but they've lost a couple, and that does help. Now this unit of noble warriors, or noble cav, that were guarding this gate over here, now they've moved back to the plaza, and that seems to be my cue to move on in with these units. Before, that one unit was essentially holding up this entire group here. My horse archers, my lancers, and my swords, because I just assumed that unit would wipe the floor with all of those units. But in this case, I feel like we can finally start to move in here. And it might be risky. You know, that unit could come back, possibly, but let's move in here. We can at least, you know, be a distraction piece. And let's go here. And then, yeah, swords move down here. And if they come back and spank us, we'll see. We'll find out. But over here, are they going to move on in against us? Let's see here. So this is the paladin bodyguard. And yeah, we have spears and archers lined up here. So this is kind of the perfect scenario for us. Spear, are you guys actually fighting? It looks like they're not even fighting. You guys are allowed to fight. And let's bring in these spears as well, just because it seems like, I don't know, it seems like these guys... Are the bodyguard losing any men? Alright, they're losing a couple of guys here. Let's try to get you in on the flank, possibly. And then I do have my generals here as well. So they are available. I feel like I need them. Yeah, the bodyguard is losing guys. And are you guys actually shooting? I didn't
The enemy warlord shows his worth.
really want for them to be shooting, but I guess the deed is done. And yeah, they did okay there. Took out maybe half of that unit. It looks like from here, my raiders can start shooting at those levy spears, and that's what I'm going to be aiming to do here. Looks like we can't draw them in with this unit, so they're a bit too far out of range. These guys can't figure out what they want to do. Do they want to stay? Do they want to fight? Do they want to run back to the plaza? What do they want to do? And then on this side, oh, not this side. Oh, that's way too far. This side, do I want to continue to advance on the plaza? Very cautiously, I suppose. Again, I just have one unit of swords and then just like some horse archers and some very beat up lancers. So not the most powerful group of fighters. If they charge me with those heavy cav, as I was saying, this entire section of my army could get trampled. So yeah, we'll see about that. But on this side, yeah, if we want to bring in some levy spears, and then yeah, what do you guys want to do? You want to come over here and fight? I got my sword that can come over, get a little flank charge in. That works for me, and swords can come on over here. And they just want to stand to get shot. Perfect, that works as well. So let's just kind of go in here and fight with my swords. And there we go, try to slaughter those guys. And can we bring in any more units? No, we can't quite reach them, so we're gonna have to... Here, let's come back here and just let my archers continue to shoot at the levy spears. And are you gonna just keep fighting them? Cool. Good idea. Do whatever you want. Can we shoot at those paladin bodyguard? Yes, we can. So yeah, let's see if we can pick those guys off now. Yeah, it looks like the noble warriors are going to be coming on in as well. Okay, that's pretty scary. Yeah, I might want to go out of Shiltram mode with my spears just to try to get them coming on here. Here and then here, because yeah, they're gonna trample these dudes. The swordsmen are just going to get hit. And I'm going to have to bring in my warlord as well. There we go. And the Gothic swords coming in. They're getting into by archers. And then let's get spears. Ooh, oh yeah, levy spears have throwing javelins. I will always forget that. And okay, they're going to charge us here. Interesting. And you guys can't charge that way. You have to go all the way around. Cool. Sweet. Sweet.
Nothing.
But it looks like my warlords were able to trample their heavy cav. So that feels good. And yeah, fighting on the plaza doesn't feel great, but let's see, do we have any swords left, or did they all get mashed?
Warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors.
Let's see here. Swords. No, they're all running. It looks like, nope, we got some swords right here. So let's try to get them to get in here against these. Oh yeah, these are the Francisca Hirban, right? Yeah, they're gonna slaughter my dudes. Well, you continue to kill. There's like 1 or 2 guys left, and then yeah, go ahead and get a charge in the rear. But we're gonna have to kill these guys to the last man. We'll see how quickly they die. If they're dying pretty fast, then we'll just let them stay. Man, I don't want to lose this unit though. Let's just get these guys back. And how quickly are they dying? How quickly are my guys dying? Yeah, Goth warriors, you guys go in here as well. And they're dying fast enough. Yeah, there's 10 left, so we'll just let them fight it out. And that's going to do it. Mediolanum is going to now belong to us. Perfect.
Reward of warriors. Great victories like this go only to the best.
Yeah, alright. So we did lose a few guys there at the end, but overall I don't think it was too bad. 206. Okay, that's more than I thought, but still. Still. That's okay. That's okay. So Mediolanum now does belong to us. And is that going to fix our income? I really hope so. Shit, the fact that it's like red face is not encouraging. Damn, do I have to exterminate them? Fuck, hey. Like, it's tough because enslaving could be enough to reduce the issues, but we don't know. So I'm gonna have to massacre them. Yeah, just to make sure, you know? Yeah, it's too bad. I was hoping, yeah, we're down to 2,600 people. Like, fuck, alright. Alright, yep. And yeah, we can't afford anything, obviously, but how are we looking now? So we will be making money. Right? We'll be reducing our debt over time. Because the starting treasury, that's 12 grand. But then this is the money that we just like sacked it for. So with projected profits, that's not going to be the money that we have at the end of the next turn. It's just what we're going to be like, you know, making like in the green, right? Let's go in here and trade summary. So making 1,000 trade, we're making 410. Why are we only making that much from trade? C exports, it's only going to Arliss. Okay. Imports, Terrico and Arliss. Massilia. What's my level? So it's just the tier 1 port. Okay. So only 1 trade fleet. Interesting. Yeah. And let's just dream on ahead. So in the future, we can retrain our Goth Lancers and Spears and Archers and Swords and all that. And we can recruit, let's see here, Warlord, that's nice. Goth Noble Warriors, nice. So we can actually recruit our really like heavy cav units that's not, you know, Warlords. You know, the full strength 50, you know, man units basically. Yeah, that's going to be very nice. Sweet. So I'm hoping that that's going to be enough for us to start making money. Well, with nothing else to do, let's go ahead and end this turn then to see if this is going to be reducing or not. So it's 5,100 right now. And we're still losing money. Goddamn, dude. And we found another spy, but our assassin's over here in Massilia. Oh, we're being blockaded. Oh. The Berber Navy? Really? Really, guys? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Like, for no reason. We got a ceasefire with them, didn't we?
Ready to sail.
I mean, we can definitely crush this ship. I don't know. They have no reason. They should not be fighting me. Let's get back into...
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, there's a lot of Roman boats here, and they got better boats than me, even though they don't have a, you know, it's like, it's only one boat there, that's a quinquereme. God damn, dude, god damn. I can imagine a quinquereme would probably just beat the entire, like all, like my six boat fleet, and then my two realms are cut off. So yeah, it's a little bit dodgy. Yeah, it's a little bit dodgy. God damn, dude. All right. So we're not making money even with Mediolanum. So we still have Plague in Cordoba, and then what do we find here? Crafty servant, the enemy servant found, but you skipped justice. God damn it. Oh, there's a Mediolanum. Yeah. It's that Gothic spy? No, the Roman spy up there. Yeah, yep. It's too bad my assassin can't get there in time.
Who shall die this day?
We can get you, though. 95% chance. Yeah, get him. And we didn't get a trait gained, unfortunately. But yeah, war between us and the Berbers. God damn it. I know, let's see, I sent a diplomat down there to talk to them. No, I think I just, like, I think I just met one of their diplomats on my territory, didn't I? Yeah, I can't quite remember, but... Yeah, I can see if I can try to get a ceasefire with them again. Because, yeah, this is kind of the tricky stage that I'm in. And I'll be honest, like, I've never understood this page. Like, the income and expenditures make sense to me. And the totals, like, that's just, this number is just an added up of all that, and this number is just an added up of all that. So I can see the difference of those and see the projected profits as negative 4,000 is the difference between those two numbers. Starting treasury, so yeah, it's just losing 4,000 per turn, right? But in the last turn, didn't it say like 5,000 in the positive? I don't know. And there's other things as well. I keep looking at the, and I know I've seen this before, and I've like talked about this, and the blinking icon typically means either it's going up or it's going down, but I don't know exactly what it is. Because when you put a building order in, right, and it tells you like you'll be making more income when that port gets built, but then in other situations it's going down, and I don't know what it actually, like, is it going up or down? Like, I don't know. Like, the blinking just means it's changing. This doesn't exactly indicate whether it's going up or down, right? So I feel like down, not meaning to talk to you, nope. So like here, like it's a big difference, right? Now this, I would say, like it's pretty obvious because this is being blockaded. So instead of making 432, we were making 116 off of trade, just from like land trade, I guess. But then if we go down to Terrico, like this is a big difference, right? And is that just from that brigand army? Is that the only thing? See, that's where I get a little bit confused. Resource? Oh, I didn't know I could click on these. Not really sure what that does. Sorts it by income, sorts it by resources, sorts it by settlement. Okay. But yeah, so it's making 1,300, sure, but 1,300. So would I be making like really off of land trade just from this? Is that from like I'm losing an extra like 10 grand basically? I don't know. That's hard to believe that it would be that much. But then what else is this from, you know? And it's also not blinking. That's the other thing. Like the blinking indicates that it's like in flux right now, but this is just not, this is just grayed out, which would, that just tells me that it's being taken away, right? Yeah, we see the same thing here with Carthago Nova, where it would be 816, but it's 8632. So yeah, that does kind of indicate that maybe, yeah, maybe I do have to prioritize. All right, let's figure it out. Let's take these guys out. Those are just two peasants, right? So let's just take my cav out. Hopefully they can get back into town. I kind of doubt it, but let's just do that. And then auto-resolve. There we go. And then, hey, man of the hour. Hell yeah, dude. 2-star general. Untouched by fear. Bred in the wars. Christian. Virtue of poverty. 10% penalty on all trade income. Oh, I don't like that. But everything else about you is great. Yeah, welcome to the family, bud. That's fantastic. And then Hermanorich. Yeah, even an easy name to say. Yeah, hell yeah. And Terrico is going to be cool as well. So how are we looking here with that income then? See, those are different numbers. I don't get it. It was like the difference between like 1200 and 2200, but now it's between 900 and 18. Because of the Romans? But those aren't... Because you can't blockade trade fleets by sending on the lines, can you? Like, that's a thing that happened in Rome, or Empire Total War, not Rome Total War, correct? You can only blockade sea trade by blockading ports, right? So what are the other... Like, what is the thing that would be... Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. What about down here? Income. We're just receiving no income from Cordoba as well. Oh, I guess. Yeah, right. Because, right. Yeah, the Berbers, not only, you know, by declaring war on me, did that cause issues, but that means we weren't trading with them anymore, because we were trading with them from like from at least like 2 of our settlements, we were trading with Tingi. So yeah, that made a big difference. So Cordoba has no one to trade with right now. And Salamantica, yeah, same thing. Salamantica was trading with Vertigala. Looks like they still are. So why does it say no trade? Oh, it does say trade income. Okay. Yeah, I guess that war with the Berbers really messed me up. Dang. And I don't even have, like... I can't really get these boats down here to send a diplomat across the channel to talk to them. Because they're just going to get picked off by Roman boats up here. So I'm a bit stuck. Yeah, it's a bit dicey, isn't it? Okay, so I have some problems to solve. Now, luckily, it's not going to take much to stack these Roman settlements. I could just leave... Let's see, what do I want to do here? Yeah, I could take a handful of units and besiege Ravenna. 31,000 people. It's a huge city, so I'd be making some money. So we'll get around to solving this eventually. Well, that's all gonna have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Concept playing Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. Thank you very much, and goodbye.